Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered why Mars is called the Red Planet? It's not just a cool nickname. Mars really does have a distinct, rusty glow. But what's the real reason behind its famous color? Is the whole planet just a giant red rock? Well, the answer is a little more complex and a lot more interesting. First, let's get one thing straight. If you were standing on Mars, you'd see that it's not uniformly red. The Martian landscape is actually a mix of colors: butterscotch, golden, brown, tan, and even some greenish patches depending on the minerals in the area. So, where does the overwhelming red color we see from Earth come from? The secret lies in a very common chemical process: oxidation. You see it all the time here on Earth. When you leave a piece of iron out in the rain, it gets rusty, right? That rust is iron oxide. Mars is basically Earth's rusty celestial neighbor. The surface of Mars is incredibly rich in iron. The rocks, the soil, the dust, it's all packed with it. We call this loose surface material regolith. Over billions of years, this iron-rich regolith has been exposed to the Martian atmosphere. Now, the Martian atmosphere is very thin and mostly carbon dioxide, but it does contain trace amounts of oxygen. When that oxygen interacts with the iron on the surface, a chemical reaction happens. The iron oxidizes, forming iron oxide, which is just a fancy name for rust. We're talking about vast, planet-wide quantities of fine, rusty dust. It's this superfine dust that gives Mars its iconic reddish hue. Think of it as a thin layer of rust covering almost everything. But wait, there's more to the story. Why is this dust everywhere? The answer is wind. Mars is known for its massive, planet-engulfing dust storms. These storms can last for weeks, kicking up that fine, reddish dust and spreading it high into the atmosphere. This atmospheric dust scatters sunlight in a way that makes the entire planet appear red from a distance, even when there aren't major storms. The Martian winds are constantly swirling this dust around, maintaining that rusty tint in the sky and on the surface. So, where did all this iron come from in the first place? Scientists believe it was spewed out by the massive volcanoes that were active in Mars's distant past. When these volcanoes erupted, they blanketed the planet with iron-rich basalt rock. Over eons, weathering and chemical processes broke down these rocks, releasing the iron and setting the stage for the planet-wide rusting we see today. Interestingly, while the surface is red, drilling just a few centimeters down can reveal different colors. Rovers like Curiosity and Perseverance have drilled into Martian rocks and found that the interiors are often gray. This shows that the redness is really just a surface-level phenomenon, a cosmic paint job created by nature. So, the next time you spot that fiery-looking dot in the night sky, you'll know the truth. Mars isn't just a red rock. It's a world that has literally rusted over billions of years, with its rusty dust thrown into the atmosphere by colossal winds, giving it this spectacular color that has captivated humanity for centuries. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this little trip to the Red Planet, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more space explorations. See you next time.